it's LaDonna with Happy-go-Lowery's Creations, and tonight I'm going to show you something just quick. You can either do this on a black canvas, or we actually have black little totes. I can show you what one of these looks like. And I want to find out from my daughter-in-law before I do these for my granddaughters, if it's something that they would need. So these are just nice little, look at that, nice little for trick-or-treating, right? So I don't want to do it on here, like I said, because I don't know if they need it. Oh, guys, I hate it when I have a hair on my arm. And our little kids actually comes with a glow-in-the-dark single. This is ink, and then a bright white ink, and then comes with this great transfer. So we're going to do this. Throw this over here, and we're going to open up this canvas. So I will tell you, the ones from the Dollar Tree are not always the best, but if you're doing this project with your kids, you know what? This is great for that. So, oof. Does not want to come off. So, just going to throw that in there. And then we are going to do real quick, just put on here. And you got to edit it first, Donna. So this one is actually called, I don't know what it's called, Spooky Season. So this is what this is called. Whoops. And I can't spell tonight at all. Which is nothing new for me, but you know, it's just crazy sometimes. So I'm going to save that. So this is really nice. So you could do like just one or two, whatever is going to fit, right? I know that it doesn't fit on here exactly, but that's okay. It's going to be perfectly fine and dandy. It actually seems to be getting a little bit warmer today. I don't know if I like that, but it is what it is. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to share it one more time to a group that I've been trying to put together for when I do my lives for Happy-go-Lowery. Okay, so let's get this on here. Hey Tina, how are you? So instead of doing it on like the bag, like I said, we're going to do it on here. But I guess we're going to start this first. Sometimes I get so easily distracted. Hi, how are you? What is your first name? I don't like that YouTube doesn't put real names on there. They put like their, like a username that they pick, and I don't always like that because I don't know what to call them then. So chalk is a reusable transfer. Hey Kara. So this one we're just going to put down here. And this would absolutely make an adorable shirt. You know, because sometimes kids can't wear their Halloween costumes to school. But you could make them have Halloween jammies. you could have them have just like t-shirts that they could wear to school without, you know, getting into trouble. And you could leave like the spooky season off, or you know, it's whatever. So you can see that these are pretty dang darn sticky, right? In fact, as I pulled that back, it pulled a hair from me. So let's see if we can get this hair off, because that will drive me crazy. Of course not. Man, that hair is really stuck on there. I'm going to see if I can get it this way. I can get it. There we go. So we're going to put this off to the side. And when you come on, if you can tell me, are you a fan of Halloween and actual monster? Spam mail. So we're gonna put these on here, and we're gonna put it just so his hand is on here. I don't know if we're gonna fit Spooky on there. So when you put it on, you want to do from the center out, and just make sure that you try and get it down as much as you can. And this is definitely going to need, let's see, this one fit underneath here to give it a little bit of, we need a little bit of something to give it a little something to help to keep it on there a little bit better. So I'm going to put this on. You love Halloween? So this is the best part. I'm going to put this on here, and we're going to grab, ouch. This is actually called Hey Pumpkin. So we're going to do that. And then this is what we're going to grab. Do y'all know what this is? This is glow in the dark. So watch. I'm going to reach over here, see if I can turn this off. Do you see how that's already glowing? Isn't that, I love it. Oh, that's right, now I got to flip all the lights back on, because we got to have good lighting. There we go. So we're going to do the pumpkin heads first. And you're just going to take, we're going to take one of our multi-tools, right? So now we have this glow in the dark and ink. Yes, it glows in the dark. And I will tell you, last year I did something for my son, and it was paw prints, something to do with paw prints, and it still glows in the dark a year later. So we're going to put these little jack-o'-lantern faces on. Both. You could, in fact, also do, you know, like I said, pajamas, just t-shirts. If you have to wear like a smock or something to work, you could put them on there. Okay. And like I said, all of this is a reusable. And I sell all of this on my website. So here comes the fun part. We're just going to go in, we're going to dip it in, and you just have to go over the design. And I like to get a good amount on to start with, because you can always go back and remove it. but I want to make sure I got a good coating. So we're going to just put this down. And we're going to do the bat too, because if you do the bat, you could, oh, you know what? We could do the bats like in purple. Hang on a second. I need a tray. How long does this normally take me? I can have this done in like 10 minutes if I wanted, or less. But because I always explain everything is why things take a little bit longer. So we're going to go in here. We're going to just fill in this one. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Ooh, let's see if we can. Get this light to stack up a little bit and see if we can. I'm going to turn it so that when I'm working, some of this will start to charge. Because it needs to be under light or in sunlight. That's why before I came on, I quickly put this in the, had the light on it. So we're going to go over here. And then as soon as I get this done right here, I'm going to, I'm going to pull this back a little bit so that paste does not stick on there. So I'll show you what I mean. So chalk paste dries pretty quick. The glow in the dark doesn't, but this will. So we're going to just pull it up just a little bit, and then we're going to lay it back down. So now we're going to go back in, and we're going to just keep doing some of the glow in the dark. So I don't know about you guys, but it definitely does not feel, well, today could feel like fall weather because we had rain and cooler temps. But now it is getting quite humid out. And I don't like that. I really hate the humidity. So we got to switch our paints. Just because I want this to charge a little bit. We're going to take this is Shimmered Orchid. Oh yeah, well, Desert Lake, that's what I'm here to do. Is to show you guys my passion. And my passion is to show you guys how easy it is to do chalk. So this is a silicone tool. You can just wipe it off. And then we're going to grab some of this delicious looking purple. And we're going to do the bat. And then you wipe off the extra, because you don't want to waste it and send it down the sink. And we're going to go over here and do this bat. And I will tell you this, my granddaughters started when they were 3 and 5, and they are now 7 and almost 12. So then you can just, and you can pick colors that work best for you. I love this part. Because like my shirt, this is purple and with the glitter, the shimmer on there. And that is so me. So when you do it like on a shirt like this, you do need to heat set it. And what I did was I just let this set overnight, and then I just took my little iron to it and ironed it for 4 minutes. Okay. So let's make sure we have all of these done. Push this off to the side. move this so I don't accidentally knock anything off. So then you're gonna, you don't really want to pull it from the corners if you can avoid it. And then you're just gonna hold it and pull it out. Now you're going to take this to your kitchen sink, and don't worry if it just curled up on itself. You just gently pull it apart, or you spray it with a little water. Now what I will do is I'm going to go back in when this is dry, and I'm going to go around their faces, and I'm going to paint in like, oh, I don't know, like with a regular paintbrush. And because I know this isn't real dry, I'm going to go in and I'm going to paint around here so that it looks like their faces are glowing too. But look at this. This face did get a little, not the best, but I will tell you it's because this is Dollar Tree canvas. But can you imagine if you were teaching this to a bunch of kids? They would love this, right? So I'm going to just hold this for a second so I can show you how this actually does work with the glow in the dark. And you can tell that I did not hold this long, right? Can you see how that's already glowing? Ziggy light off. Look at that. Do you see that little glowy? And that was how long that I had it charging. Not very long at all, y'all. Not very long at all. So, now if you could take this and put it like out in the sun and just let it charge, this would last for a long time. Now, I will tell you too, that if it gets sunlight every day, or it gets some type of light every day, then, God darn it, someone just sent a message to me, that it will continue to charge and release overnight. So these look really cool too, like if you make them on like an outdoors flag, this would be super cute. And then at night, after it's been charged in the sun all day, it's going to glow all night for the kids. So I want to show you what I heard today, what I learned. So this isn't just another cheap Dollar Tree canvas. And the reason I show on these is because these, a lot of people can get these. Okay, I can go to Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby and buy good canvas, which I do have for bigger projects. But when I'm just showing you guys, I want you guys to be able to just be like, oh, I can go to Dollar Tree and pick that up, right? So this has what we call crackle on it. I put the crackle down, you let it dry. So I found out today that if you use acrylic over it and then you try and do a chalk transfer over it, that it could pull it up. So I learned that today. Oh my God, we gotta see if we can get this chalk. Oh. So don't use acrylic on it and hope that it doesn't mess up your project, because it probably will. So remember too that whenever you use a paintbrush, wet your paintbrush. And now we're going to go in. Oh my God, this paint is thick. And we are going to like hit and miss with this. Oh, I wonder if I can spray that. Oh, you know what? We'll do. We have a little, hey Cam. I'm gonna just put a little bit of this Flow-Rite in it. So Walmart actually has teeny weeny little jars of the Waverly. Okay? So don't use the acrylic on top of here. And you can see this is super thick, so this better work now or I'm gonna be mad. So we're just gonna put this down. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh my God, this is so thick. We're gonna see if we can just pour some of this right on here. And what we're doing is we're just trying to, there we go, loosen that paint up a little bit. That paint was super duper tight. So we're just gonna go in here. So use Waverly, especially if you are going to do a chalk transfer on here, okay? Throw that in there. Hey Brenda, hey Jenny, how are you ladies all doing? So now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you this. So you can see, right? So I don't happen to have Waverly Black right now. But I want to show you, we're going to dry this. And I'm going to try and dry it up here. So hopefully this is going to work. Because this is been like a thorn in my side lately. And I will tell you too, don't get super duper close, especially when you've got a heat tool, because your heat tool can actually bubble your paint. See, I don't know if this is going to work because it was so thick. So that's why you do it on a cheap Dollar Tree canvas, y'all. Woo, let me tell you, my fingers are getting warm. Oh, I gotta put this down. I can't deal with that. It's just getting too warm. So you can see this is the one project, Kim. Look at what fits underneath there to help it. And that is a canvas from Dollar Tree. So that's why his face is kind of smucky, which I'll go back through and fix. Oh, good God. I'm really sick of this crackle. Because when I do this with Elmer's glue, it always works for me right away. It always does. But this does not seem to want to do, and I don't know if it's because this paint was too thick. Because let me tell you, this paint was pretty thick. So, let's see if we can water that. Because that was like super duper thick on there. So Kim, I was saying that these would look cute on pajamas, on shirts for kids to wear it at school that maybe they can't wear, you know, like Halloween costumes. So I found out today that you should not use acrylic over the crackle because it'll pull up on your transfer. But I think this paint might have been too thick because it is not crackling, for Pete's frickin' sakes. So we're going to try crackle one more time, and if it doesn't do, oh, the lovely neighbors are gone again, which means their lovely dog is barking up a storm. So we're just going to do a little bit here. Put that back on. So Walmart has the cutest little jars, only like this big, of the Waverly. And I'm going to go get some black. So we're going to just put this on, and then we're going to see if we can make this work. I'm so hot right now, y'all. I'm like hotter than Hades. I can't get it. So crackle, they say that you can dry it or you can overnight it. It's whatever, but so yeah, I was watching Brenda and I'm like, oh my God, I want to go try that. I want to go do that. So gotta kind of watch and see. And this is hard to tell when it's dry because it stays glossy. Yeah. Hey, Deborah. So we did this one earlier. And it will glow in the dark. And now we're trying my nemesis right now. I will tell you, oh, Kim, I have 8,624 steps in, and I did not go anywhere once we got home. Nowhere. See, that paint went on super duper thick, so we're going to try and dry it, and then we're going to put some chalk paste on top of it and see if it works any better. It was like super, super hot. So today I did training. I did all kind of stuff. So we are going to see if this is going to work now. And this is the best part. If it doesn't work, it's only $1.25 canvas that didn't work. So we're going to just check it out. And like I said, because I didn't have any black, I would have painted this canvas black so we could see, but we're just going to see what happens here. And remember, when you put that on top of, I don't know what I did with my lid. When you put it on top of the crackle, you really need to be careful in going in directions. So we're going to try this again because I can actually think I see this starting to crack a little bit. Okay, so watch. I'm going to try and hold this so you guys can see. Remember, don't get too close on it or you'll put a hole in it. But I'm going to hold this for a few minutes and watch, especially in this part, it's starting to crack. So I'm going to show you. But see, I almost think my heat gun is too hot because if you see those bubbles, it bubbles it more than it does anything else. Can you see those bubbles that start? Yeah, so I think this might be a little hot, but I want to show you right down in the middle here where this has started to crackle. So we're going to do it over here just a little bit. Gotta remember, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Yeah, I don't know, but Deb, I had someone reach out and tell me that a lot has to do with my phone, that it can't keep up with all the new updates and everything. And I know you said you have an older phone too. So, okay, look right in this spot here. Can you see that little bit of crackling going on? And remember, if you want it to crackle just a little bit more, that's when you can come in now with your sandpaper and you can rough it up a little bit. This was not totally dried again, but see, this is my problem. I have no patience. And you're trying to sand and there's nothing underneath there to help hold it, but you can see a little bit of that white coming through, and that's all you want to do, right? So you can see that coming through. So remember, when you do the crackle, put a base coat down if you want, then put your crackle down, and then when you go back to put your paint color on top of it, you need to either use Waverly or ours. And Deb, they said that watch for Prime Day if you have Amazon Prime, because they're supposed to be doing something special then. But you can see a little bit of this. So first put a base coat down, or if you're doing a canvas, just put it right on top of the canvas. Then you let it dry. Then you put a layer of either Waverly or our chalk paste on here, okay? And that's when it will start to crackle. Don't get too close, because you're going to do like I did, and I made it burst. But you can see, you can have just that little bit of a look. I'm not one who likes all that big look, okay? That's just not me. But since we have this paintbrush out, we're going to do one more side of it and see. Hey Brenda, how are you? Yeah, I was not sure about that. Did I want one? And then keep having all these issues, and more people keep saying a lot has to do with the age of your phone and everything. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just time I get a phone. My phone is 4 years old, and I know that for a lot of us that's not old, but during, you know, like it can be old for phones. So I want to show you this again. Do you see how that glows? And say you do this on a flag outside and it stays in the sun all day. At night, you will see the little skeletons come out to play. So how dang cool is that? But it does help having the little one. And this one is from Dollar Tree as well. So like if Deb wanted to do up costumes or something for her dogs, she could make like cute little bandanas and stuff, because this is what it is. It's glow-in-the-dark ink or glow-in-the-dark paste. Oh, well, what the hey? So you can see even a little bit that it's still glowing in the jar. This is what I love about this, that it will still glow in that jar. So see, I did. I don't like him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, fix his face. And on how I'm going to fix his face, first I gotta move these. And the reason is because this is a cheap Dollar Tree canvas. Sometimes Dollar Tree canvases, they aren't very smooth. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put a thick layer on. And then when this is dry, I'm going to do his face in the glow in the dark. So see, you can do all kinds of things with this stuff. And like I said, Jason has a project in his room that I did for him. And as long as he gets light in his room every day, the pulse of it shows. So we're just going to go in and we're going to paint each one of these, because I don't like how these turned out. So then we'll go in and then we'll put that glow in the dark on top of it. And because this is chalk paste, this is chalk couture, you can do whatever you want. If you wanted these pumpkins to be, their pumpkin heads to be the glow in the dark too, you could do that. If you wanted them purple, because that's one of my granddaughter's favorite colors, you could do that. But I will tell you too that if you want to use canvases from Dollar Tree, there is a product called gesso that you can put on, and it will make it smoother so that the transfer goes on better. And if you don't want to get gesso, you can sand it a little bit. So we're just going to do this, and then I will show you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweating up a storm right now. It is definitely getting more humid, and it doesn't help that I have my fall socks on, because when I go to dialysis, my feet freeze. So this actually will glow in the dark, and we'll let it charge just a little bit. I want to see if this stupid thing, if we can dry it. I'm going to take off my socks. Good thing you guys can't see, because I don't have no painted nails. I don't paint my toenails yet. So how many of you have 4th of July fireworks and stuff this weekend, and that because of it being on in the middle of the week? I'm sweating bullets, y'all. It's storming by you right now? Oh, yeah, no, it's not storming. It's been off and on raining. We're just going to throw you off to the side. I'm so sick of that. So we're just going to quickly dry these so then I can show you how to put the jack-o'-lantern faces on here. Jason doesn't really care for fireworks, and sometimes if I stand on my balcony, I can see them. And as this dries, the glow in the dark, it will become very, very faded. But once it's charged, it will still glow. So I'm going to dry this arm for you to see the difference in his middle compared to his arms, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta turn on a little fan. Oh, yes. Okay, so look at his little arms. See how that they're starting to fade compared to the white here? When these all dry, these will look like that. But it's still going to charge, and it will still glow. So I will show you that in just a second. This is just a envelope, and if you put it in here, it just helps to give it something to hang on to, right? So we're going to grab this transfer. Now, you know what is funny is that on my backing sheet, you can't see it right now, but if I turned off the lights, you would see the glow in the dark on here. This poor light, because I use it a lot like this, it has the it's had glow in the dark on it as well. I think because I don't want to wreck this, we're going to see. Too bad you can't be underneath the lights right now. I'm going to, this will be a lot easier because I don't really have to line it up as well, because all we're going to do is put them inside. So we're going to put them here, and then you're going to take your glow in the dark. I love this. Hey, Kim. Like, I love the glow in the dark. I just think it's as cute as can be. What do y'all think of my shirt that I did last night? Isn't it as cute as can be? Matches my earrings. So we're going to put his little head. I'm going to just fill his little head in. And if you don't want a face on him, you don't have to do the face part, right? And I always put the glow-in-the-dark on a little bit thicker than what I normally do, because I want to make sure that it's covered, but that it will give a good, it'll adhere well, and that I'll get some really good glow-in-the-dark features. Okay, so slowly take that off, right? Because, you know, you really don't want to just waste it, right? Throw the lid, right? Slowly pull it up. Take this to your kitchen sink. And now watch, we're going to turn its little head around for a second. And in the meantime, we're going to try this stupid thing again. Oh, the parade is on the 4th? Yeah, see, for me, I'm so used to the holidays being like on the actual holiday. So when it's not, it kind of throws me. One, I almost always had to work the holidays. So, if they did 4th of July, like on a Saturday, and the 4th was on, you know, Thursday, there was a good chance that I was not going to be able to take my boys to see the fireworks. They'd have to go normally with a friend, because my ex and I always had to work the lovely weekends. That's the joys of working retail. Let me just tell you that, y'all. So we're going to go in. We're going to do this one more time. And like I said, don't use the cheap acrylic. So we found out that. Yeah, and for some people, and like Deb has dogs, my niece has dogs, and I'm pretty sure her dogs do not care for this. Okay, so don't make the mistake I almost made. Put it on, don't touch it. If it's not quite right, come down to another spot and like go to fix it, but don't go back over it, because that's also how I've screwed this up. Yeah, they had Cindy and Lonnie, and hopefully Cindy didn't have to work with me, but, okay, watch. This is already working. Okay, so watch. Watch this middle part right here. I need to get closer. Zeef doesn't like it either. Okay, I want you guys to see this, so. Good thing I don't have a really deep V-neck on. Do you see how that is? This is starting to crackle. Watch. As it dries, it crackles. So do you see that? It's just a little bit down here so that you can see. Do you see that? Isn't that wild? So I'm going to just dry this a little bit more. Well, I'm the king of the hill now. Look how much it works if you do it from the back side. Okay, so now look. Do you see right like in here? Can you see that crackling look? So that's supposed to be a big look again this year, and I don't know if I like that. I mean, a little bit like this isn't bad, but when there's big chunks of it, yeah, I don't know if I like that. So if you're going to do this, I would definitely suggest practicing on something first and then do it. So put a base coat down, not of acrylic. Put your crackle down, let it dry, and then put your top coat of either Waverly or chalk paste. Do not use the acrylic, okay? And what this does is then, as it crackles, the more it crackles, you'll see the undercolors coming out, okay? And I don't want you to have to wait forever, but I'm going to show you this in just a second. Ooh. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys can see, but this in the middle here started to raise up because of the heat from the gun. It's so hot, it almost made it start buckling like here. But see how you can just barely see that underneath there, because I did smaller stripes. If you do bigger stripes, then you get bigger cracks. So where'd I get this spooky season? This is actually in my back office. If you message me, I can send you a link to it. Okay, so ready? So we're gonna turn the lights off. Now look at how much cooler their faces look, because now their faces are lighting up. Do you see that? Isn't that cool? So now watch. We're going to turn this off too, so that you can get, look at that. And look at the jar of paste. Is that not so cool? I know. And if you wanted, you could put, once the bats were dry, you could go back and you could do this on the 2 other bats that we did in the purple. You could put this on top of it, and then at night those bats would glow as well. I know, it's so cool. It's so cool. So flip one light. Woo! Come around here, flip that other light on. So you could just take that transfer again. And if you can't see where to lay it, you can put a light source underneath here. So like you could do your phone underneath there if you don't have one of those, like a little light thing that I have. So you could do, I mean, you could even do the words in, like you could just go right over all the words too. Just a little bit more. So now when this dries, but I think this would look adorable as a, like to do a, oh my God, flag, an outdoor garden flag. Okay, now see how that is? Now, then you charge it, because you really do need to charge it. We're just going to charge like for a half second, and then I'll show you again. But the longer you let these charge, so like if you have one of those garden flags, it'd be out there all day in the sun, then it's going to just charge, and then every night it's going to release. And even if it's a cloudy night, or a cloudy day, it'll still get some. It might not be as strong, but it still will. Okay, so we'll do this one more time for y'all. Now look at the bat down here. Do you see that now? That bat, all of that will glow. And as it dries, it's going to dry like up here, more clear. So yeah, if you want more information, we'll find the little on. You can always go to my website, which is, you can go to www.chalkcouture. Let's see if I can write this in here real quick. And you can order straight from my website. There you go. I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to play with. And Chalk actually did these in little packs. And we now have the glow-in-the-dark ink, so I could easily put it on a shirt. But you could do totes, like candy bags for your like kids or grandkids. You know, how cute is that? Maybe it's not a big enough bag, but they can have a bigger bag in the car and dump it or whatever. So, yeah. So it's just a lot of fun. And you can have your own. Like, instead of having a whole bunch of plain solid shirts, now I have ones with all these cute little sands. And if I wanted, I could put the glow-in-the-dark on here as well. Because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So throw this back on and see, you can still see it's glowing a little. And then we found out what to do to get that stupid crackle look, right? So there you guys go. Don't forget, my name is LaDonna. This is Happy-go-Lowery's Creations. Take your transfer to the sink with you. Clean it. I really should clean all my squeegees because I don't have hardly any clean right now. And that's all there is to it. You can go back through and you can do all kind of different things. You could put that on the skeletons on a hat. I mean, really. The only thing that you can't put it on is what you can't think to put it on. Oh, my light does not want to stay. So, yeah. It's only what your imagination stops you at. Because if I wanted, I could get some clear ones, clear earrings, and I could chalk on them as well. I know. There's just so much that you can do with it. Hope you guys have a great night. I got to find my... So I don't have to stretch. I mean, I still got to get my phone down. But at least I don't have to climb up when you guys are online and see me. So if you want more information, if you're in Anago, I do workshops. I can do one-on-one workshops. I can do in-person workshops. And I can do online workshops as well. So you guys have a great night. I hope that you have a great weekend. If you're working, don't work too hard. And if you're not working, try and have a little bit of a good time. I don't know what I'm doing, so... we will chat with y'all later. Y'all will probably get to see me chalk or something all weekend because I don't have nothing ever going on. Y'all have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Watch.